Silence is golden. Love is magnesium. Regret is sulfur. Concepts are elements now, and we have to beat the Russians to plutonium. Welcome to UNC Charlotte Community Radio. Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is once again the UNC Charlotte Community Radio broadcast. I am once again your host, Anthony Price. I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. I've always enjoyed saying that, but after the last several days, this is just a mood. I'm sure of it. I'll press on. The first news I have is, I'm sure, what you've all been waiting for. Matthew Blazer, bless him, has transported Ruthie to the vet, and I hear she is making a full recovery. There shouldn't be any lasting damage from Carver's treatment of her. And I, for one, think her new notched ear adds some character. I miss her. I miss her, and I hope she comes home soon. That's what it means, though, to let someone into your heart, to care for them more than, if we're being honest, you care for yourself, to be vulnerable in a way you've never bothered to before. Tonight I've brought a guest that I think knows exactly what I mean.
Yeah, I do.
Zach, I invited you here to talk about the petition you started. Could you tell the listeners what it's about?
Simple, Anthony. It's about love. It's about dedication. It's about marriage equality. I, and the rest of Charlotte Motors Club, have decided to take a stand. It's 2017. It's time people were free to marry whatever they choose.
I'm sorry. Whatever they choose?
Yes. Specifically, we proposed legislation to provide special dispensation for Isaac Merritt to marry his Toyota MR2.
Wow. I knew you guys loved your cars, but that's taking it to a whole new level.
Right.
And this has nothing at all to do with anyone else.
I don't follow.
Would other people be able to bond themselves in matrimony with the machines of their choice?
I mean, sure, if they could demonstrate that they loved it, cared for it, poured their time into it.
Zach?
Yeah?
How do you feel about your Mustang?
I don't want to talk about it.
That's fine. We don't have to. We can, though. We're a safe space here.
Could we talk about something else?
Oh, sorry, yes. How insensitive of me, absolutely. Something lighter. The car club. Have you guys got any tips for dealing with the zombie apocalypse?
Well, sure. There's lots of things you can do. If you own a car, you could mount some chicken wire over the glass to protect from prying hands. Maybe even some steel grating. You could also install a cow catcher.
That thing that goes on the front of trains?
Yep. They may be the grinning horde of a tangible obsidian malice, but they still need feet to walk. Maybe put some spikes on the bottom too, but make sure your vehicle has the clearance it needs. Those kinds of modifications are going to bring it way above spec for weight, so unless you take out what weight you can, your internal paneling, your upholstery, all that, your shocks are going to hate you for it, and you're going to be really nose heavy.
Oh, that's great advice. Is this the voice of experience?
Oh, hell no. Two reasons. First, it's my Mustang. I'm not letting that do to my baby. Second, I'm playing Knives vs. Zombies, and vehicles aren't allowed in play.
You're still playing? Even with all the nonsense going on?
Oh, of course! This only happens once a semester. The average student only gets 8 chances to play, and I'm not going to miss any.
But there's also an actual zombie apocalypse this week.
So? Autumn played on crutches post-surgery. Gnome played with half his leg burned off. Lauren played doped up on painkillers. You think we're just going to stop because some dark hoodoo from beneath the earth is threatening our lives and souls?
When you put it that way, of course not. Boy, those people who've already stopped playing for this week must really have no excuse.
None whatsoever.
Wonderful. Zach, thank you for coming tonight. We'll make sure we get Isaac's plight out there. Only a bit of news today. The student government secret police, who can take their continued threats and marry them for all I care if they can't even keep my cat safe, have gone silent though there have been scattered reports of zombie groups just disappearing in a flurry of Nerf darts and socks, with camouflaged figures silently vacating the scene. If that is you, yay! You're useful. Don't let the new experience go to your head, guys. Speaking of being useful, the feral children are rallying any support they can to strike out against the Horde. They'll be meeting at 8:30 on the Belk Plaza. Fight on, you beautifully crazy people. And that's all for tonight. Thank you for listening. I know the night seems dark, but we've weathered worse time and again. Drought, famine, flood, Dix. Remember when Richard Dix tried to build a doomsday machine and level the school? We beat him. We beat him good, and we'll beat this too. I've been Anthony Price. This is the UNC Charlotte Community Radio broadcast. I am wishing you a very good rest of the night. Be safe, Charlotte. And if you can't be safe, endure.